working with gray paper, go with your whites first. What I'm doing now is actually, it's a trick. When you want something to glow and really be bright on, and you're working with darker paper, put down a light layer of white underneath it. It'll take away the tone that the paper darkens your colors with, and you will always get a bright area in the area that you put down the white. I'm using now, what is this, Spanish orange Prismacolor, and I'm going in where the orange goes. I'm not worrying about details right now, mostly because I'm going to work on those later. I need blocks of color on here. Every area that is going to be bright, the white. So if you see on here, I'm putting it all in here. I'm going to put some up here and a little bit around here. Now this is going to have a long, ugly phase. Remember we talked about that. Some pictures just, you go through that ugly phase until the moment in time where it begins to pop. And that's usually when you're about to throw away the paper. So hang in there with this. See how bright it's getting? Okay, I'm going to put you on hyperlapse. Well, we're getting there. So you can see from the reference photo versus my picture, the color is very different. Right now, this is very yellowish brown, and this is a much darker blackish gray brown. I will change that up later on, but I'm not 100% sure at what point I'm going to do that. It will get darker. You don't want to go to your absolute value, and I felt that this value was very dark. So if I take it to this value, I can kind of play with it. This is easily coverable. In fact, if I just add a little bit of black, you can see I added a little bit of black over here, just a little bit, the color difference then up here. Adding in black will give me that color, but I'm gonna probably add in some grays in there as I come along on it. I'm pretty happy with this area, and of course I need to brighten up the white, which I'll do at the end. My area over here is brighter than this, but I kind of like this brightness because when I do the background, it's gonna really make it pop. Now, whenever you're doing these types of pictures and you're going one-to-one, you don't have to really be that close. Now you can see some of my lines in the wood are different than this picture, but I don't want to make it the same. I want to make it a little bit of my own. And also, Groot is a cartoon character, so every time he moves, those lines sort of change up, and as I get towards the end, it'll become more and more like this one. It's just this is still very underdeveloped, so I would consider this about 3 layers. Now eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it down, the color. I'm going to use a little bit of thinner, Daler and Rowdy, to tap it down and then add more colors on top of it. So I've been working about 3 hours, and you can see it's getting there. Not there yet, but it's getting there. It's starting to get closer, and you can see I'm still on the fence about my tones, on how dark I'm going to get it over there. It's just going to all depend on that background, because as the background gets darker, because I'm going to do a galaxy, of course, background on it. Maybe a nebula, one or the other. This is more of a nebula background or a smoky background, but I'm going to probably do the background in a different video. We shall see when we get there. Maybe I'll do a galaxy with a nebula in it. That might be nice. Okay, I've tapped it all down. I like the way it's coming out. Now, I want to show you something. Groot is here the main focal point. On my picture, I left a lot of space up above. Once I start getting the background on, now I'm working on the focal point of this picture. We're on 6 hours, and I'm at least 3 hours away from even thinking about doing the background. So here's him, and here's him. Getting there. See, the colors on him now are starting to change over to what the other color is. That's just adding more color and blending them in. I don't want to make him too dark because the background's going to be really dark. So down here where there's a lot of light, he can be a little darker. I'm going to go very dark with the background, so I want him to pop out of my picture, so I have to go lighter with him. It's a little bit glary. We're going on about 8 hours, just coming up on my clock to 8 hours. It's a little bit glary because it's got a lot of burnish on it. I have to stop with the tone value on here because I'm going to have to put on a background and then adjust his face to go with the darker background. Remember that seesaw effect that I told you? If I make the dark background darker, this is going to become lighter. If I make this lighter, the background becomes darker. It's the way it works. So I need to start working on the background, and that's what I'm going to do. So we're at 8 hours, just about 8 hours. The first thing I need to do is color the background. Now, instead of wasting my tooth with pencil, I'm just getting out a Copic marker. I want to start that back with a darker tone, because this way the white will stand out much better. So this is a C4, and I'm gonna just cover the whole entire background. So you can see what a huge difference the tone of the paper makes. I used a 90% Prismacolor marker on the background. So I was able to take advantage of the lighter tone earlier of the paper, and now I'm going to use a darker tone. So it's kind of like having black and gray paper. I knew it was going to be hard to describe what I was doing for the background because there are so many techniques and variations that you can do. I've decided to put them into a second video, which is only going to deal with the background techniques. So enjoy the visual for the background. I'm not going to do the instruction right now, and there's going to be many more variations on this and things that you can do and change. I was sort of learning when I was doing this background. I was making my mistakes, I was fixing my mistakes, and I was discovering new things that worked, that it was just too much. So just enjoy, and the next video I put out will have all the techniques step by step.